Hello, it's me, Fidiscus Chiskick. We're finally here. It's Naranja. I've looked at a lot of the games that have been on this map, and it's not really like especially mixed base. It's a little mixed base, but mostly you do have like a vertical split. It's kind of interesting. This game is between Einsame and argo1278. Einsame is playing Andy. Argo is playing Rachel. We'll see how it goes. I'm always curious to see if people like move the pre-deployed units that they have that don't really have moves, to see if they make the next unit thing go away. Argo goes artillery first, which, if I had to guess, would move to the left to protect these two cities. I don't know. Well, I mean, I suppose I can still move here, but maybe he doesn't need to. He's got this. It doesn't feel like it'll do a good job protecting this city. It feels like this tank would make it have a bad time. Huh. A weird pocket to put this thing in, but it'll work. Gets the first strike on this tank. Yeah, not good terrain, but it's a dub. First battle comp that comes out from the topside airport for argo1278. Not opting to use his pre-deployed ones. Tim is making a real big push in the bottom area. I forgot about being Andy. Just moving this tank back seems like really good. I would be tempted to like call a bluff here in some way. Like if you move this, if you move this artillery around to here, and then you drive this tank up and you just shoot, then puts Einsame in this weird position where he can retaliate with this tank, and he could shoot the artillery, but it doesn't feel good to do it because then he can't make anything from this factory. I've made plays like that before, but I'm not really sure if like it might take someone that's more skilled than me to decide whether or not that's actually like a great plan in any given instance. This doesn't feel good at all. To me, well, no, this doesn't feel good at all. Maybe the B-copter makes this feel better. Seems like this tank's gonna get hit twice. You can't really like protect it with anything besides kind of this battlecopter a little bit. I don't know. That's a weird one. Okay. Argo's got this round on this battlecopter. Is he gonna use... No, what's he gonna use to protect this? I suppose this tank? That's good. No, he's just gonna use the artillery to protect this? Is that gonna work? Isn't technically... Yeah, this is technically just a good trade for... I mean, by the numbers, that's just a good trade for Einsame. There's no reason for him not to do that. Thought that Argo would have moved the tank here to protect the battlecopter a bit. Suppose they thought that that would have been enough. And now this artillery is in such a sad spot. Poor thing. And Andy doesn't care about this being at 2 life. That's even worse. I didn't think about how bad that could have been. A big bomber. Huh. Lucky last activation? Maybe Argo's just too smart. That's cool. That's a good defensive maneuver. So here's the hyper upgrade. This gets basically full healed. There's the bonus movement on everything. Wow, that's a big move. There's a pretty significant income difference at this point. That's really rough. I feel like this formation is actually like the thing that will end up winning the game right here. It's weird that there was a point in that turn where it wasn't like the number of units on the board that made it feel like Argo was losing, it was just where they were. But like, he's got to make anti-airs from this base until this bomber dies, basically. Whatever the closest base is, he's got to make anti-airs from until that bomber dies. And then this bomber could just, like, leave and go do something different if it wanted to. And that just feels awful. Covering fire. Oh, that feels bad. This is like a big... This is probably the value. This is the infantry. And this is the health. Yeah. That's so rough. That's crazy good positioning from Einsame. Because, like... These infantry aren't significant at all right now. This is a decent hit. It will damage Einsame's economy more than anything, though. Which isn't... That's not what Argo needs. Argo needs to kill units. This is devastating. This artillery is getting way too much... Like, I talked about Argo's missile strike hurting the economy, but it's just... Okay. It's kind of strange. Started the turn by building a bomber, but I just decided, I guess, that there had been too much damage done at that point. Building this infantry is probably a death sentence, because obviously there's like all this stuff that's just gonna... This infantry won't exist next turn, and there'll probably be an infantry on that base, and then I don't think that there's a whole lot of a game to be had when there's like these two battlecopters and these two medium tanks. It feels like there's just a couple chances that Argo had to score some good hits and they weren't taken. And there was like a misplay up here where Argo thought that a battlecopter was protected and it wasn't. That stands out. It was a sort of death by 1,000 cuts thing, but it was well played. Einsame is kind of an enigma. No league games played. Some kind of Smurf account. Definitely not seated properly. So they're a mysterious figure in this mixed space open right now. I don't know what the record is. I'll have to check sometime. Glad to get some videos out. I'll be more consistent. I pinky promise. I've said it before, but just trust me, okay? Thanks for checking by and seeing what's going on. Good luck.